Yeah, look, he got knocked out. He's unconscious on the floor, so he's in hospital now. He's all right. He'll go through scans. Look, that's as much as I know.
So I guess it's just a pretty unfortunate event, probably a turning point in the end, considering what happened either side of the injury. Do you think it made a big difference in the game?
Yeah, well, you know, the next 5 minutes, when something like that happens, the next 5 minutes is pretty crucial. And I think we answered the bell at all, so to speak, after that. Maybe a little bit of shock. Matt was carrying us pretty much early in the game, and I thought probably last 2 minutes before the half was more of a telling factor in the game. I think we were 13 up, and we just allowed easy points. We made stupid decisions or bad decisions, put them to the foul line, get them easy points to back in the game.
Is it a worry that you were reliant on him? I mean, obviously, you've been waiting for him to come back and play like that, and he was doing that, and you lost him, and you lost your way a little bit. Is that eventually you got the
Yeah, look, same thing. We didn't play hard enough to do that. You know, Cairns played harder than us when that happened. I thought we had the game, had a good tempo in the first half, and then we got you know, allowed some easy points. They got the tails up, a couple open threes. You know, they pushed it to 2 to 5 to 7. You know, and we didn't really answer that when the heat was on.
The way that Cairns played, is that another level than what you've seen from them this year, or do you think that?
Well, I thought it was very physical. You know, I think James was getting hit everywhere. Guys jumping on his back, there's no call. And last one, he's got hit 3 times. And I think it was how the NBL was played a couple of years ago. If it's that's how they're going to go, we have to change our tactics and be a lot more physical if they're not going to call those.
So it hasn't been like that so far this season?
No. You know, they've been spot on hands-ons and fouls straight away, but James seems to get hit left, right and centre and getting cheap fouls in the other way, and it's pretty frustrating for him.
What was it like at there, Damian, with the big crowd and everyone sustained quite a little bit, I guess, towards the end? Pretty tough atmosphere?
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere for basketball. You know, players, regardless whether it's home or opposition, want to play in front of a crowd that, you know, is big, loud, and gets after it. So, from a player's perspective, it's good to see Cairns, you know, get a crowd like that and really support their team. And you know, last time I sat up here, we'd got a win. I said, you know, Cairns is better than that, and tonight they showed, you know, kind of what everyone expected throughout the year. But we can't allow, you know, scorers to score as easily as they did. You know, when McKemmy gets going, he's a hell of a shooter, and tonight he showed that. And you know, Loughton, they didn't do anything we didn't have in the scout. They just did it better than how we defended it. So, you know, full credit to them. But it's a frustrating one where, you know, we didn't show up to play for 40 minutes in particular. That third quarter, at the end of the second quarter and third quarter.
So you can feel the shift there, sort of in that third quarter, sort of feel out of the course?
Yeah, I think a crunch time in any game is, you know, closing out a half, closing out every quarter, and we didn't close out the half. They had their heads up going into half time, even though they were down 3, came out and responded well, whereas we didn't lift at all. They got too many second chances, too many open looks, and we didn't play smart. I think Ennis only had 5 shots going into the fourth quarter, so we didn't do a good enough job of, you know, getting our best player the ball in good situations.
And one stat that I find a bit surprising is the turnovers, the points from them. Usually it's Perth doing that to other teams, but it seems like they've flipped around here tonight. Is there anything you contribute that to?
Yeah, I thought they played harder than us, and that led to, you know, denying the ball out higher, getting deflections, some sloppy turnovers on our part, lazy passes in particular, but you know, they played harder. They caught the ball on the 3-point line, executed well, and then at the defensive end, they really got after us, and we didn't respond well.